afternoon, everyone. It's June the 8th, 2023. I'm doing a second video, a follow-up with, you just met Maria, I think. Marie, was that her name?
Yes, it was, Marie.
Marie, in the other video, who mostly speaks French, but she's one of our coordinators at the local food bank here. And I'd like to explain how we met Marie this morning, and it's a very, very wonderful thing because Sylvie had arranged and she had got tickets, extra tickets, so she invited Julie and I to go to a volleyball game. And this volleyball game was a professional volleyball game between the Netherlands and Cuba. And she'd also arranged for a school bus. And she got funding for the school bus to take the children from our local schools here to go see this volleyball game, as it's been very difficult, as people are aware, that for the school boards to come up with funding, and a bus does not come cheap either for to transport children. It's not like we used to be able to go everywhere as children to see all these different games and things. So we went to, and Marie came along with us from the food bank. She was taking the pictures, and the pictures are going to be put out throughout the community just to show what a community does and how we get along. So we met on the bus and through the volleyball game, and the kids had a blast at the volleyball game. And we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves too, and I know I enjoyed myself just seeing the look on the children's faces and just going and buying some food from the vendors, and it was much more livelier certainly than just going to see a movie. But for me, it was nice to see the kids off the computers for a few hours just to go out and enjoy the things that we would do as children. And I know I was talking with one of the organizers as well in the building, and about my age, and she just nodded. She said, yes, it's so nice to see the children enjoying the things, the benefits that we had growing up, which because of funding shortages right across the board, it's been very difficult on the children. And after the pandemic, it's just so nice to see the smiles back on their faces again, you know, and they don't have to worry about things like the shootings in the schools and that, and the lockdowns and all the pressure from what our society is giving them today. It's nice to give them a break from that and realize just how much fun the sports really are. And about, I was always taught being young, it's not whether you win or you lose in the sport, it's having the fun of the game. So it was really, really nice to see that. And then on our way back, we talked to Marie. And I said, well, I'd like to do an interview with her, but I have a little problem with the French. Julie, would you mind doing the translation again?
Not at all. I was happy to help you guys. No problem, Christine.
And I think, Julie, you enjoyed the game as well.
I loved it so much. You know, I enjoy myself just like a kid. I'm telling you, back in high school.
Oh,
I
yes.
really had fun. I had a blast.
And I had a blast, too. I think we all did. And we all enjoyed each other's company on the way back and chatting away with each other. So it was really nice. So I asked Julie to translate. And as I said in my other video, it was the first time I'd done a translation in French. But I wanted to show people what we're doing down here in Lower Town and what volunteering is so terribly important within a community, because Julie and I just put up our hands right away, volunteered to go along with Sylvie this morning, and we had a really good time. And since Sylvie's done volleyball herself, and she's been with the Sports of Canada, and has been having that she has connections that helped her to get the funding for the bus and that, it was wonderful for the children to be able to go and actually see something good, really, really good, instead of all the violence and everything that they're seeing around us in the community. So I just had to talk to Marie for a little bit and see how things were going at the food bank. So just a brief thing on the food bank. And it didn't matter whether Marie could talk French or not. We all had a great time, you know, because this is what a community is about, is having a good time with one another. It doesn't matter what language we speak, what color we are. We should all be able to get along together and share things together and just have fun.
Exactly. Just enjoy our company.
And what better way to enjoy ourselves than to go to a sporting event?
I loved it so much. You know, we had a blast. You know, compared to on the damn street right now, no, that's not my kind of life. This is way better. You know, like helping the kids today and the community around. And I'm so proud of everybody.
And I'm so proud of you, the leaps and bounds you've made, and seeing that there's a whole other world out there
Another kind of life for me.
But it's very difficult for the children down here as well to get that other kind of life. So it's nice to have that break, and because we're part of the poorest schools down here in Lower Town, that we were the last on the list for things down here. So it was kind of nice to be put on the first on the list. And boy, did they ever feel really good, because the organizers even got them in to do a little practice volleyball, just to get it over the net and that during the intermission. That was nice to see one of our schools and our children.
Kids, we're happy for you.
Actually throwing the ball, actually hitting the ball over the volleyball nets, and this is a professional game.
It is. And with the real boys, with the real guys.
And all the other schools clapping for them too. It was
cheering for them all day, cheering and cheering. That was amazing.
This is what I wanted to put on the video today, that we had such a wonderful day. And if we all worked together, volunteered, translated for one another if necessary, we could have such a wonderful life together in our communities.
And bring some volunteers along. If you guys want to come along with us. I think there's a number or, a site for volunteers. Christine?
No, Sylvie just called us up to see if we wanted to volunteer, and I put in our names because she's already helped set up a basketball team down here in Lower Town for some of the homeless. That's one of the things that she's been working on. And she's also, this summer, going to be working on trying to put a volleyball team together, which Julie and I are going to also...
basketball, Christine.
No, it's volleyball.
Oh, okay, sorry, that's going to be...
No, that's the basketball was the other one. Now she's helping to organize a volleyball.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all mixed up with the sports here, but it's okay.
So now she's doing this volleyball events and stuff to let the kids actually have teams and play together. So we're very anxious to help her out in this.
And be their self again, to have fun.
Yes, and be a child again, and we're just enjoying our second childhoods at the same time. So
yes, we are.
But this is, we could literally turn everything around down here if we all had the proper support. So this is what I wanted to say today. And everyone enjoy themselves and be safe and have a nice day. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We love you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Enjoy yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie.